Moving on with section 7.7 now, we're going to learn to use a calculator to solve equations between 0 and 2 pi. And again, I got a little screw up here. This really should say theta. Okay? We want to round to 3 places. So here we go. Cosine theta is 0.55. Now, I do know that cosine is positive in quadrants 1 and 4. What I do not know is if I put this over 1, adjacent over hypotenuse, I have no idea what angle would make the ratio of the sides 0.55 to 1. So what I have to do is use a calculator. Now, so I'm going to go one step further in my solving. To get theta by itself, I'm going to get rid of cosine when it says to use a calculator. Now, how do I get rid of cosine? Same way I get rid of everything else. I use the inverse. So to find theta, I'm going to take the inverse cosine of each side. We use inverse trig functions we learned earlier to find angles. So I'm going to get theta equals the inverse cosine of 0.55. Now, I can do this on my calculator, but as we learned back in section 7.1, when you do this, you're only going to get one answer, and there should be 2 answers between 0 and 2 pi. So let's see here. If I go second cosine, so inverse cosine of 0.55, notice we're always in radian mode, right? I will get this answer in the first quadrant only. 0.98. So coming back here, I find out that theta is equal to 0.98 radians. So that means this angle right here is 0.98. Now that should make sense because I know this is 0 and I know this is pi over 2, which half a pi is about 1.57. So it makes sense that 0.98 would be in there. Now, not only is that one of my answers, but that's my reference angle in both of these quadrants. So if I have a reference angle of 0.98 in the 4th quadrant, how big is this angle that goes all the way around? Well, if I go all the way around, I get 2 pi. But I'm not going all the way around. I'm stopping 0.98 short of that. And I broke one of my rules. I said to round to 3 places. Let me check that again. It'd be 0.988. So I was kind of naughty there. So 0.988 is the first answer. Now, the second answer, what I have to do is find the angle in the 4th quadrant. So as we said, it would be 2 pi if I went all the way around, but I'm stopping short of that by 0.988. So I want to take 2 pi minus that 0.988 to figure out this angle. Now if I kept going, I know pi is 3.14. Pi plus another half pi, that would be 4.71. It's basically adding 1 pi plus a half a pi. And 2 pi is 3.14 twice, which would be about 6.28. So if I go 2 pi minus this answer, let's do this. So 2 pi minus, and you've got an answer key right there in blue. Second answer. So I'm subtracting that answer. I'll get 5.294 or 5.295, depending on whether you round or truncate. So let's go 5.294 is fine. And there's my 2 answers. So theta would equal 0.988 radians or 5.294 radians. Both of those are between 0 and 2 pi, which is 6.28. And there we go, approximately. Let's try another one. 3 cosecant theta is equal to 4. All right, let's try this one. Well, this one I'm going to have to divide by 3 first. So dividing by 3, I get cosecant theta is 4/3. Now, I don't have a cosecant key on my calculator, and I do know that cosecant is positive in quadrants 1 and 2, but I have no idea what the angle would be to give me a hypotenuse of 4 and an opposite of 3. So I'm going to have to use an inverse. But again, I don't have inverse cosecant, so I'm going to use its reciprocal. If cosecant is 4/3, then sine would be its reciprocal. That would be 3/4. So to solve this, I'm going to take the inverse sine of both sides, the inverse sine of 3/4. Now again, it's only going to give me the answer in the first quadrant. I'll have to use the reference angle to find the one in the second quadrant. So inverse sine of 3/4 it is. So inverse sine of 3/4, or 0.75 if you prefer, that would give me 0.848. So let's come back here. So one answer is 0.848, and that's the one in the first quadrant between 0 and pi over 2. It's also the reference angle in both quadrants. So how big would this angle be? Well, if you said all the way to here is pi, all I got to do is subtract that last answer from pi, you would be correct. So let's do that on our calculator. So pi minus the last answer instead of 2 pi this time, and 2.293. So other answer is 2.293. Notice both of those answers are actually between 0 and pi because they were in the first and second quadrants. One more and then we're all finished with 7/7. So in this last one, cotangent theta is already by itself. I don't have a cotangent key, so I'm going to use tangent instead. Tangent of theta would be the reciprocal. That would be -1 over 2.1. Now I know tangent can only be negative in quadrants 2 and 4. But I don't know, again, what it would have to be to make opposite over adjacent this. So I have to use my calculator. So to find theta, I'm going to take the inverse tangent of this ratio. Now I want you to think of which answer this is going to give me. Inverse tangent of a negative, obviously there's no answer in the first quadrant. It gives me the nearest answer. So it's going to give me this one. However, it's going to have to be negative to go in that direction. My answers have to be between 0 and 2 pi. So you have to think about what you're doing. So watch this. When I take the inverse tangent, let me clear this out. When I take the inverse tangent of -1 over 2.1 and hit enter, notice it gives me -0.444. Why did it do that? Well, because again, we learned in sections 7.1 and 7.2 that inverse tangent will give me an answer in the fourth. Remember, it can only give me one answer. Can't give me both of these. It gives me this answer going clockwise. Now, that's great, and it's good to know. Problem is, it's not one of my answers because it's not between 0 and 2 pi. So what good is it then? Well, it still tells me how big this reference angle is. These reference angles, even though I don't know an answer yet, I do know each reference angle is 0.444, right? So what I'm going to do now is figure out, okay, what are these answers between 0 and 2 pi? Well, one of them is right there. The other one goes all the way around to there. So how do I find this answer? Well, all the way to here would be pi. Subtract 0.444 from that. The other one all the way around would be 2 pi. Stop 0.444 away from that. Those are going to be your two answers. So let's see what those are. So pi, let's go to my calculator. Now be careful, because on your calculator it's negative. So pi minus, if I say pi minus this answer, it'll be like adding it. So I'm going to say pi plus that answer. And that would be 2.697. The other one, 2 pi minus 0.444. So 2 pi plus that. So I'm going to go 2 pi plus up, up, up that. and that should be less than 2 pi, of course. 5.838. So 2.697 and 5.838. So 2.697 and 5.838. Did I get those right? Let me check one more time. Yep, I did. And there we go. And there you have it. So that's how you solve equations using your calculator. Good luck. Hopefully you understood this lesson.